study that we make. I want you to go home and develop a synergy meeting with your staff. You, your CA, if that's all. You, your CA, and your wife, and 3 CAs. Then that. You and your 2 best friends in town and their CAs and wives, and get together once a month. Develop an echo club, enlightened chiropractors helping others, that bounces off of the headquarters of a Brownbagger meeting like they have in various places around the country. It's the synergy that we're talking about. I want you to do this because right now we are on another ledge of great advancements in chiropractic. We are on another ledge. Now, I want you to think about this. I want to speak of a college, but I don't want to. I want to say only that I'm interested in a college, as you well know, because I've been around the world 7 times overseas, and I want chiropractic started in every country where they don't have any chiropractors. In Ethiopia, in Egypt, in Rhodesia, we got some there, in Nigeria, in Leopoldville, in Libya, in this and that and the other places. 1 for every 50,000 top-notch PhDs, what they would have in their country. And then by the time they get 200-300 chiropractors for 10 million people, they start their own college and they're off and going again. And let me tell you that if we move along in chiropractic and advance as we're doing, but we don't brand and take advantage of the many opportunities that come to us, and then we don't take advantage of them, then we ourselves are faltering at the switch. And the time has come. The idea whose time has arrived is that we need to function chiropractic by the tens of thousands of new chiropractors all over the world. There needs to be 100,000 of them in the country of Asia, of India, all by itself. Now, all of this after, I want to bring this up because I want you to think in omnipotent terms. I want you to think big, because the magic of thinking big triggers the inner mind to bring to you great ideas. It'll find that location for you. It'll bring those new patients to you. That new omnipotent kind of thinking will perform magics in your world. And when you've got 100,000 people like chiropractors, all with omnipotent beginnings, the leading edge of your life is a philosophy of omnipotence, omniscience, and omnipresence. And when that is true, then you've got synergy in harmony with God. And chiropractic is moving with such great strides. The principle of chiropractic is absolutely 100% right. There is no cause of disease other than interference. There is nothing that causes man to not fulfill his mission, talent, and destiny except qualitative and quantitative interference. There is no other cause. All electrical, all chemical, all nutritional, all the rest of it is because the intelligence that runs that body, God's manifestation in that intelligence into this thing we call innate, is simply not 100%. When it's 100%, that body is well. And I want that kind of omnipotent philosophy to be your leading edge, because when it is your leading edge, you are again going to be doing what we've been doing the last number of seats. We are going to take the front seat to every meeting. We already are expert witnesses. We are being heroes in many stories. We are no longer riding in the back seat of the bus. We are the best and they're the rest, and we're driving the damn bus. So, the sum and substance of the story I have to tell you, and I'm 6 minutes later, is that I want you to look at this drawing and remember these words. Mission, Talent, and Destiny, MTD, of foreordained success, health, and happiness manifestation is your concept. That makes it omnipotent. 1. 2, love, a feeling of service to the entity outside of this entity here. Love for this entity carries this educated to this innate and attracts the naturally right person, place, thing, situation, event. Your own particular technique, your own particular method, the faith, confidence, and belief in your product, service, and ideas, your faith, confidence, belief in chiropractic, and the patient's faith, confidence, belief in chiropractic. Those things are what heals the patient. One's got a Gonstead, one's got Logan Basic, one's got kinesiology, another's got activator, and another one has got Parker condyle lift, which is still the best technique. Now, I haven't even taught it to you yet. But love carries educated to innate and attracts the naturally right environment, and 2, faith, confidence, and belief in the product, service, and ideas. Your techniques, in other words, is what heals the patient. So you keep those 2 things down in your rhythm. I want you to knowledgeably move through your patients with those words and those phrases as part of your vocabulary. Thirdly, I want you to now remember that this flow of energy through you and through your patient can be interrupted 2 ways: quality, quantity. Quality in the mind, quantity in the spine. I want you to have a feedback. I want to give you another idea worth $10,000. I want you to make sure that you've got a feedback system. I want you to go back home and this weekend and decide exactly how you are going to put words to your feedback system. Okay, look here. You got a patient on the table. You pop his atlas, it cracks. You give a rotary adjustment, it cracks. You do a double transverse, it cracks. You get him on the one side and you give him $1 million roll on both ways, they crack. You turn them on the back and you get underneath the chin, the occiput, and you wham like this, and they pull them apart and they go back in place again, and they crack. You push the thing and they come up this way and walk out the door and pay their $2 en route. Your faith, confidence, and belief, you must have a system wherein that something tells you it's now there. They're working. The body's on the job. When you pop it, you say like Gonstead said, that fixed it. Did that do it, doctor? You betcha. And you want to have a feedback system because that feedback system triggers a healing consciousness in your office, in your practice. Don't you let life go by in one more day in that chiropractic practice that you don't deliberately and emphatically and write down exactly what your feedback concepts would be. It may be that a short leg, a balanced hip, no more tilt, and that means the body's now okay and then it's on the job. It may be a pop of the bone. Okay, now the subluxation is off. It may be that the neurocalorimeter and the TDM, it may be the neurocalligraph, or it may be, whatever it may be, you have to have something of a feedback system on the physical plane wherein you can always do it, and then it shows that your job has been done and now the body is doing its work. That's called a feedback system. That's the 4th thing I want you to see when you look at this, because the feedback system, after each and every adjustment, I'm talking about something now that's just an instant, a second. I want the event to happen to cross the threshold of your life. A feedback system, quality interference correction. Now, when those 5 things that I've just enunciated in explanation of that infinite oneness of the universe, when you encapsulate those 5, it ends up by saying that the biggest concept of all, putting the 123 into 13, the 13 into 5, and the 5 into 1, what's the end result? Imagine for a minute now, and I'll take one more minute, and I'm going to let you go, that the universe is a huge puzzle. And suddenly something comes along and bursts that puzzle, and it goes everywhere. And all of these billions of parts are trying to come back together again, and they are searching for all of those things that go around that puzzle. They are searching for those things that fit them in life. You got that picture? That search is the love concept. That concept itself will make you $1 million in life. I couldn't evaluate it with $1 million. Why should I put money on it? But that concept itself, that analogy of philosophy, makes your kind of thinking omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent. Because of that, you will develop teleology, the science of being naturally right. Good night. Oh, we got photographs. Come on, ladies.
The GPOs and the eye care